fascismo siamo i componenti, la causa sosterremo fino alla morte e lotteremo sempre forte forte, finché terremo il nostro sangue in cor, sempre inneggiando la patria nostra, noi tutti uniti difenderemo contro avversari e traditori che ad uno stermineremo. Allarmi, allarmi, allarmi o fascisti, lo scopo nostro tutti noi sappiamo, combattere con certezza di vittoria, e questo non sia mai sol per la gloria, ma per giusta ragion di libertà, i bolscevichi che combattiamo, noi saprem bene far dire guai, e al grido nostro quella canaglia dovrà tremare, dovrà tremare. Allarmi, allarmi, allarmi o fascisti, vittoria in ogni parte porteremo, perché il coraggio a noi non mancherà, e grideremo sempre forte forte, e sosterremo la nostra causa santa, in guardia amici, e in ogni evento, noi sempre pronti tutti saremo, finché la gloria di noi fascisti in tutta Italia trionferà. Finché la gloria di noi fascisti in tutta Italia trionferà. Finché la gloria di noi fascisti in tutta Italia trionferà.
Hello folks and welcome to this new episode of my Italian campaign, and I must say, I don't know why, but I found that these two songs were perfectly synchronized with the unfolding events in the video, because right in July of 1940 I finally honored the Steel Pact and declared war against France, the United Kingdom and the Allies in general. So I was expecting to enter the war much earlier, but the fact that Germany managed to capitulate France without my help, and honestly Germany could have won the war without my help, but I'm just, yeah. Anyway, the fact that Germany defeated France and now Vichy France was now at war with the Allies led me to change my plans, and this was actually good, because I could redeploy half of the Italian First Army, which was deployed along the French border to North Africa, and the other half was used just to hold the coastline, in case that the British AI would have just tried to invade the Italian mainland with some of these amphibious invasions. And as soon as I declared war against the Allies, I started the operations in North Africa. And already you may have witnessed one thing. My infantry divisions, despite being, I would say strong, with 9 infantry battalions, 2 light artillery, 1 medium artillery, 1 heavy artillery, and 2 anti-tank guns battalions, they just failed. My idea was, okay, I deployed the motorized troops along the coast so that they can break through and push and surround the enemy as it happened, as you guys can see right now, and then the infantry can just, keep carrying on the advance. But no, the infantry attacks were just repelled, and I lost those battles. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe it's because my infantry were too diluted. Just 12 divisions in 3 tiles means 4 divisions per tile, while upstream I had 8 divisions per tile and a total of 16 divisions, and maybe also because of my general, who was much more battle hardened compared to the other ones. Nothing. The motorized army managed to break through the Egyptian lines and surrounded the enemy at El Alamein, the famous place where the battle occurred, and then it was just wreaking havoc against the enemy lines, and my motorized troops launched some deep offensives on the other side of the Suez Canal in a desperate effort to rush some supplies for my besieged units in Ethiopia. Ethiopia, the Kingdom of Italy, which by that time also entered the war. And I must say, in the first month of the war, operations went rather well, because I managed. So the Italian Empire, the Eastern African, I can't say that in English, managed to hold the line and also to occupy the British Somaliland, which is very similar, very close to what happened in real history. And while southwest of El Alamein, I managed to trap, I think there were 23, 24 Allied divisions that they were just annihilated. By September of 1940, I managed to open the Suez Canal, and then I started redeploying all my motorized troops, again in an effort to relieve the Italian units and garrisons and Ethiopians, which were, let's say, fighting a desperate battle for survival against the Allies. And I must say that this the idea of reinforcing the Ethiopian front helped a lot, because most of the Allied effort was now being diverted against the Horn of Africa. Egypt collapsed. That was really nice. That was really what I was looking at. But then something happened, because even though my motorized troops did their best to rush to the new front line, the poor infrastructure of the Egyptian country, let's say, forced me to halt the offensive. And this had some negative repercussions, because the Allies had plenty of time now to reinforce not only the Ethiopian front. Why I keep saying Ethiopian, for fuck's sake? They let's say Ethiopian front as well as the Egyptian one, and I was kind of panicking because of the unfolding situation in the Italian Ethiopia. And when the Allies took control of the last port, I realized that the battle was lost. And for the first time in my Hearts of Iron 4 career, I witnessed the destruction of 16 Italian divisions. I'm really fetishist. I'm obsessed with saving as much manpower as possible, but in this case, there was nothing that I could have done, and I felt bad in watching my men dying in vain. And when I saw this, I said, okay, I need to do something. Let's fall back next to the Suez Canal, hold the line there while my infantry is taking care of Syria, and more offensive operations will be undertaken in early 1941. I kind of actually felt bad for my divisions. Okay, they were just garrison, they were equipped with second-rate equipment, and it was also funny to see how the Spanish volunteers were trying to rush south, while most of my troops were already holding the line north. And still, despite the fact that the Spaniards did not have any, poor guys. The Spaniards did not have any motorized troops. I think they were just ordered to strategically redeploy north on, let's say, behind the Italian lines. And this concludes my, let's say, my first year of war. I mean, not first year of war, but my first 6 months of war. I had a nice blitzing advance into Egypt. I tried to rescue Ethiopia. I failed, and at this point I decided to try something new. So focus all my infantry along the front line and concentrate my motorized troops into one tile. And the idea would have been now to launch a massive pincer movement, which should have hopefully led to the destruction of all of the Allied troops massed into Egypt. But once again, let's not spoil anything. Hope you are enjoying this series, and see you all guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.